Hi, my name's AD, this is my garage, this is my driveway. So I realise I haven't given you guys much of an update since mapping, which was about a month ago now. Yeah, this is the new engine. Looks much like the old engine except it's wrinkled black. Yeah, so it's doing well. We're up to about 2,000 miles on this rebuild. It's been built back up after cracking the ringland. We've got in a pair of 172 cams modified to run in the megane head. What else have we done? Megane 250 RS rods and pistons. It's got a 1.9mm cometic multi-layer steel head gasket. It's got Megane 250 RS injectors in there underneath the cooksport rail. Megane 250 RS map sensors. Then obviously we've got the 19T hybrid turbo on there. Stuck away at the back, you can't see it because it's quite sunny, and I added a heat shield over the top of it. Mated to the Miltech downpipe, front pipe, and then a John Ashley 2.5 inch exhaust to try and keep the noise down. But yeah, so at Chris's it made 302, 304 brakes, something like that, about 290 foot-pound of torque, which is a massive difference, not really, to the 300 brake that it used to make. Now that sounds sort of like a bad thing, but it's really not. The cams have awakened the engine loads. It's now revving nearly 1,000 RPM higher than it used to, and making power all the way up. You know, everyone who owns a Megane knows they kind of die off a little bit at top end. This thing now revs to 7,400 RPM and it's still producing 280 brake horsepower at 7,200 RPM. It actually starts making north of 280 brake at about 5,800, peaks up to 300 and a bit at about 6,800, and then it's, as it's tailing off, it's still making above 280 brake at 7,200. So the drive of it is completely different. It's, yeah, you rev it now, it's a bit more like a 172 turbo versus a Megane turbo. Mated to a JR5 gearbox. We uprated to a CG Motorsport, can't see much in there anyway, we uprated to a CG Motorsport 5-putt clutch, rather than the dual friction that it used to run. Suspension wise on the car, we're on the APs that used to be on it when it was a GT, which I modified for drop link, or so that they had drop link tabs on them, because we fitted full Twingo RS 133 aluminium arms. And you'll be able to see much under there. Nothing at all. Anyway, yeah, Twingo RS suspension, Twingo RS hubs, Twingo RS drive shafts, steering rack, and then it's got the Twingo RS / Laguna calipers. What we've done is put them on Laguna carriers and mated them to a 300mm disc with yellow stuff pads up front. On the back we've got the GT beam, but with Twingo RS stub axles added on for the extra width, which obviously converts it to disc. We've also added a white line rear anti-roll bar, Twingo RS rear discs, Twingo RS rear calipers, and yellow stuff pads back there as well. And we've got the holes cut at the back, which might look a bit silly, but when you're going north of 120 mile an hour, not that I do it, but you know, on track days, that hole there and that hole there on the other side make a massive difference.